early morning at the moment, and I'm traveling to the north of China to a place called Tianjin. They have a wonderful library. The distance between the place where I left, it's Nanjing, to Tianjin it's more than 1,000 kilometers, and therefore I take a high-speed train. If you take a regular train, it would take you about 14 hours, but with this train it takes you only like 3 hours and a half, more or less. It travels like 250 to 300 kilometers an hour, and it's a very comfortable way of traveling. Over the years, I traveled several times with the CRH, or China Railway high-speed trains, and each time it is a nice experience. The trains are very clean and the service people are friendly and helpful. And the food they serve is exactly what I need on a cold winter day. When traveling long distances in China, I prefer to take these high-speed trains instead of taking an airplane, because for me, this way of traveling is much more efficient and pleasant. Now, why am I going there? Because there is an incredibly spectacular library, although that's what they say. So I'm really looking forward to discover it. It's a very modern building, and the purpose of the architecture is not only to create a beautiful place, but also to create a place where people want to meet and to create positive dynamics between people. So I'm really looking forward to see it and to share it with you once I'm over there. And while I'm traveling, I'm reading this book. It's The Alchemist, and it's a book I got from my lovely son for Christmas. So very nice book, and I'm sure I'm going to share with you more about it in one of the next episodes. Talk to you soon. Now, I'm spending several hours here in the Binhai library, and it's really a stunning design, as you can see by yourself. The main hall is really very, very beautiful, and they use a combination of real books and of pictures of books to create this beautiful effect. There are many people making pictures here, and there's a funny couple behind me. I have no clue that I'm making videos, and they constantly come into my screen. No problem, of course, libraries for everybody. But see what they're doing. All right, I hope they are finished now. What I like, however, very much is the fact that they made this very daring design for a library, because it really attracts people to this place, and people love to hang out in this wonderful open atrium here. And there's a lot of picture taking going on, and people meet and talk, and again are attracted to books. So I think making libraries as compelling as this one is really important also for the future of books in general. I also had the pleasure to meet two very interesting gentlemen. One was Steven, who works for the architectural bureau that designed this library. It's a Dutch company. And I met a very nice gentleman from Italy who is doing research about libraries and bookstores in China. So I'm definitely going to stay in contact with them, and hopefully there is some more conversations between us about this common passion of books and libraries and bookstores. So I'm very happy that I'm here. I'm very happy to see this beautiful design by myself, and I hope more libraries in the world will, or more cities in the world will copy this idea to make really very compelling places to attract people to libraries again. What I find very cool is that the children's department of the library is very successful. So many young kids come here with their parents to discover books and read, and that is, as we know, very important, because the earlier children start to read, the higher the chance that they keep on reading at an older age. So that's a good thing, of course, and that's definitely because of the very compelling space that is created here. Now, would I visit it another time? Probably not, because it is actually mainly the main hall that is very impressive. On the sides there are different reading rooms, and they are just quite standard library rooms.
So it is a very beautiful library, but probably not a very functional one. Anyway, if you would like to visit this beautiful place, then I recommend 3 things. First, be aware that the building attracts many visitors and that you might have to wait in line to get in. Cameras are not allowed inside the library without a special permit. Making pictures with your smartphone is no problem. Now, while you're there, you might like to have a look at the outside, at the back of the library, preferably by nightfall, because then you can see what they call the eye. The light animation of the large sphere in the middle of the main hall creates a nice futuristic effect. It is a stunning view, and I used my drone to experiment a bit with different angles of filming it. And then it happened, after flying my drone for 5 years now without any problems, I crashed it in the trees behind the library. My DJI Mavic Pro is seriously damaged, so no more drone shots for a while on Bold Books and Bones, I'm afraid.
I'm on my way back from Tianjin to Nanjing, and again on a very comfortable high-speed train. And I was reflecting on the architecture of the library, and I think, as I said earlier, the library has a very impressive main hall, but maybe it lacks a bit of functionality because there was no new way of how to borrow books or how to consult books or something like that. And I was comparing it in my mind to another very beautiful building that I saw a couple of days ago in Nanjing, which is the new Opera building. It is a very impressive, large infrastructure, and it has a very futuristic kind of organic design inside. It is not only beautiful, but also highly functional. And so you really feel comfortable, and you really feel that this infrastructure is used to the fullest, that every square meter has a function. And also the acoustics of the main hall was incredibly beautiful. So China is really a place with a lot of new architecture, and most of them are pretty impressive. Most of them are pretty 21st century. Like in Shanghai, there is a lot of very impressive new buildings, which also took the next leap in terms of ecologically responsible kind of building. But China is really a place where you can find architecture from 1,000 years ago, but also already the architecture of the future.
Books and architecture have always been linked. Since books represent knowledge, libraries were built to store this knowledge and hopefully to provide easy access to people who were looking for knowledge. In a digital age, the new storage places for knowledge are now databases in the cloud. We can see now that in many cases the old physical libraries are becoming museums, and when they are still active, they become a place where people go to seek a silent and calm atmosphere to study or to concentrate. However, there are also efforts to revive the old concept of having a physical space to store knowledge and to invite people to meet and discuss what they read and learn. Another example is this beautiful Buddhist library in the Bao'an Temple Museum in Nanjing. Although I enjoy the many benefits of the digital age, I do realize that choosing a book in a library is not forced upon you by an algorithm that fits your online profile. Instead, you have again the freedom to search and choose a book without a machine that is tracking every step in your search process. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Bold Books and Bones, and if you like what you see, then please subscribe if you haven't done it yet, leave a thumbs up or share your thoughts in the comment section. Looking forward to see you in the next episode of Bold Books and Bones. Bye.